Hey, I'm Grant and welcome to the State of the Channel for March 5th. So the main thing I want to talk about is, White Knight should be wrapping up, I believe this Tuesday is going to be the last episode, episode 19. So that's going to be going out, and then I'm going to start Silent Hill 3. And it wasn't something I was actually necessarily planning on. Like, I want to keep doing interesting things to the channel, but it occurred to me that I bought 2 because I wanted to play 2, and it came in like a bundle pack with 3. So it's like, it's just been sitting on my 360's hard drive. But I'm going to be out of town next week, so I want to make sure I can still have stuff coming out. And that's just like, it's already downloaded, it's installed, I know I can record it. So I figured, hey, I'll start that. And so a lot of my time this week is just going to be spent trying to get ahead so everything still comes out without any hiccups, basically. And that's going to be interesting. So probably no forward progress on the channel. I did go out and I bought a book, this massive book for Ruby on Rails to kind of start learning there. I'd like to start cracking it, but it won't be until I get back, I don't think, to work on my website. And I'm hoping that that should help ease my concerns. But also with Silent Hill 3, one of the main reasons I wanted to get it going as well is to see if I've corrected some of the issues with the White Knight recording setup. Because again, for me to do like Let's Plays, it needs to be something where I have a hierarchy of like how much effort I put into things. And so like podcast is pretty far up there. And then you have like the Let's Play, like maybe some other stuff I do, then the Let's Play stuff, and then like Stay the Channel's way down here. So I'm willing to like put in the time to correct these things, but I really need the Let's Play stuff to be very just like plug and play. Like just, I sit down, I record for 30 minutes, go. And it works, and I have a process, because that's the only way I'm gonna be able to fit everything in. So I'd like to use Silent Hill 3 to make sure my setup's very good, because I use a very similar setup in terms of workflow for the podcast. And I don't want to be experimenting with the podcast. Whereas with like Silent Hill 3, if there's some like audio glitches when it first starts, it's not as big of a deal, so it can let me work through those. So hopefully that's taken care of, because then that'll improve the podcast. And then the podcast will also be coming out, I believe it's supposed to come out this Friday. I'd have to check. So that's going to be another big thing to kind of like squeeze in there one night that is going to be stressful for me, that's for sure. I think we'll probably end up filming it on this Tuesday, and then Thursday, Friday are just going to be cramming as much as I can in. And it shouldn't be too bad. I think I can get, if I have this set up correct now, I think I fixed stuff with White Knight, so I think I really can just sit down and blast through Silent Hill and then get the podcast going as soon as I have the footage for it. I don't think it'll be too hard. I'm not going to be trying, I'll probably do a short podcast this week, like 30 minutes, just so I have time to get it done. Because that's something I feel bad, because it's nice to have long, interesting podcasts, but I also have to recognize that it takes, to finish the project, I could easily say it takes roughly 8 times the length of the podcast, maybe. So 30 minutes means it probably takes 4 hours. If I move that to an hour, it means it takes a full 8 hours. And you start just like adding that on, like it's probably more, it's probably at least 10 times. So it's like for even just like every minute you add on to the end of the podcast, it probably adds on, I'd say at least 5 minutes to me actually working on it. Not because like it's hard, but just because, okay, I have to rewatch it several times. I have to listen to the audio, all this stuff. So I'll probably do that. I'm kind of working through this and thinking of things as I'm talking here, which is what this is kind of meant to be, the State of the Channel. So that's going to be it. That's going to be a very busy week for me, and I hope I can cram everything I want in. So as always, you can contact me over on Twitter. It's at taking4grantd, or on my email, it's grant@taking4grantd.com. And I'll be back again next week.